LGVN getting up there. 8.8 a hit, but it could be dead cat bouncing. FTNT. Oh, Jack, you're another one where your subscription might expire tomorrow or something. You need to, if that happens, you need to just go back to start a free trial and start up a new trial. It's going to be on a different system. Morning to you. FTNT for morning momentum. Nothing going on there. So you must be talking about as a swing trade. That's pretty volatile. Usually we want to see it tightening up, nice constructive tightening up action before entering. Otherwise, it has a tendency to fail out on breakout and form like the handle of a cup and handle. Got the cup. And at some point, it looks like it's going to break out of there. It's probably going to fail. And a handle for another month, something like that. Then we take the trend line break. That's if we even like it. You know, it's got to have the fundamentals to match. That's for sure. Oh, look, I even do have an alert line set right there. So that means I liked it. Let's see, 425 price target. That must be why. So it has 25% upside left in it from here, 75 points to the upside. Oh yeah, all right, yep, good deal. Yeah, if it does break that, then you know, we'll try for it, but it is probably likely going to fail out. All right, let's get the program started now. LGVN and ISPO and CLVS and IZ. Yeah, IZEA. That's what we're watching this morning for momentum movers. Today's day 2 follow through on LULU, I think. Is that correct? Let's see. Yeah, day 2 follow through today on LULU if it happens. 390 is the breakout level we'd be looking for there on Lululemon. Also, which one were you mentioning earlier? Paychecks, yes. Day 2 continuation on paychecks. We're looking for a breakout of yesterday's high, 137.60, 137.60. LGVN starting to come up right now. If it can break 10, I think you should wait until it breaks 10, 10.01. Then you can enter for a dollar of risk. All right. So consumer spending reports came out this morning, and they weren't quite as high as a forecast, as consensus estimated. And so, that might reduce expectations of future outlook on how consumer spending is going to affect purchasing, so revenues. So there might be some corrective action today in growth because of that. And in fact, Qs are putting in a downward trend this morning. Oil is rising right now, but it's down off of yesterday's close. Yesterday it closed at around 100 and let's call it $8 a barrel. It got down to about 100 this morning, but now it's popping back up to about 104, and that's pushing the energy sector back up as well. So XLE and oil on the rise right now and breaking pivots, and they're still not all the way to yesterday's close yet. So there's either room to test or once it gets up there, it might resist. So we shall see. Gold this morning, an indication of if the market's going to be going down or up, or if we should be defensive or offensive. Gold is up this morning from about 1926, been grinding and trending up all night from about 1924 to now 1940 or so. So that's a potential sign that institutionals may be taking some of their money off of the market today and putting it into some defensive positioning. So that could also be a signal for XLP and XLU that they are going to go up. If I pull up the triple Qs here, we can see that we've hit the 200-day moving average on this rally, and that did create some resistance across the board, across all stocks comprising of that. There, many of them sitting just right underneath that 200 moving average. But we are above the 50 and the 10 and the 21, so this is a really nice, healthy sign that we're just ready for a 50% pullback on that rally, maybe a 40% pullback on that 2.5-week rally we just went through. So today may be red. It depends on how it trades around, but it may not be a continuation of the rally. If it is, then that's a lockout rally, and I just don't see how that's expected with what I just said, with the gold moving the way it is, with oil moving the way it is, with the consumer spending report coming out the way it has. I would think the opposite, that rally top is in, and now we're going to go back and we're going to start testing lows, and we're going to play the testing low game for the rest of the week and probably all of next week. So we'll probably end up on SPY, for example, which a lot of you follow. We'll probably end up down around testing this level here, 444, just remember that, 444. That may be where we're heading on the market. Right now we're at 459. Okay, cool. All right, and then of course, when we're at the top of a rally like this, when it's gotten so extended, it's a good idea for you to be more defensive because you just don't know when it's going to be the end. So when you're putting positions on at the top, you want to increase your validation rules for sizing up. You want to put it under more pressure. You want to be more conservative and defensive. So maybe your starter positions on swings, whatever that is, ought to be a quarter of a position. Well, at the top of a range, you might want to adjust that to a micro, half of that. Turn it into a micro nibble, and that will help you stay out of trouble. And then wait for the next day, in these situations to see if you want to add. So, you just increase all of your thresholds, like every little parameter that you would normally allow yourself XYZ action if, X happens. Um, Raise those standards higher, make the hurdle higher, so that way, you're at least being careful about putting on risk at the top. And that's the situation we're in right now. I believe we're at the top of this 2.5 week rally, and we're going to pull back for the rest of the week and next week. And I'd be happy to be wrong. So that's quite all right. CEG recent IPO U breakout. All right, let me take a look at that. So anything else going on here on the main screen? Not really. That's pretty much everything. With the oil, consumer spending down, and gold moving up. Gold just moving up sharply right now. Now at 1940, hitting 1944. So that can be a sign that institutionals are going to be tucking their cash away. They don't want to have it handy. Usually goes invested, cash, gold. So so they can do that in pre-market, after hours, 24/7. All right, CEG, U breakout. Well, fundamentals. Constellation Energy, 7 billion, 4.7 billion, 4.7. Okay, so they just repeated it over and over. 5.5 billion, so that's 28% quarter-over-quarter growth. Divided by 705. I get 17%, so not sure why it's 8%. That's the year over year, but that figure is incorrect. So 17% to the power of 4. %91 annual growth rate on CEG. Yeah, that looks pretty good. However, what am I seeing here? Oh, no, that's correct. Okay, that's correct. Volume. Well, I'd hope for stronger volume today in order to get in with some conviction on that, Mr. M. We're not seeing strong relative volume on that, Hey, good morning, Rebecca. All right, so today's market, by the way, Rebecca, a quick recap. We're expecting it not to progress. We're expecting some more pullback, and for this to be the beginning of a week and a half retracement. And to be careful about putting on positions at the top. That doesn't mean you don't put them on. It just means you decrease your nibble size much smaller, and then you raise your thresholds for cranking up the volume at higher standards. Made it on CNBC? Oh, really? Man. We're talking about Mullen. If anybody wants to try to get Mullen today on continuation, you'd be looking for it to break yesterday's high or pre-market highs if they're higher, whichever is higher. Still, that'd be retracement or dead cat bouncing potentially from the ultimate high at 421. Should Mullen break 421, that's a definite momentum entrance. I wouldn't go after XLF or financials. No, not while inflation is rising. I would go after consumer discretionary or growth. Right now, is that what you're talking about for a pullback? Yeah. Yeah, that was a bull flag, but it's only bullish because of the previous action. Still could be a dead cat bounce. Anyway, those are the breakout points. I'll pull it up here. Shit. We're looking for LGVN to break 10.01. Are we still in AMR? I mean, Arif, everyone has a different, set of holdings from our alerts. You get out of it something in order to get into something else. You shave off of this, there, that, whatever. If it's going against you, then we usually post the stops. If we don't post a stop and we're at the top of this rally right here, you want to use either low of the day if it was a strong day when you got in on the day of entry, or minus 3% to 5%, somewhere in that region for your stop, or the 10-day moving average. Let me take a look at it now and I'll tell you what I think. I mean, it's had increasing selling volume the last 3 days. How long have you been in it? I mean, you've had a lot of excuses as to why to get out. It's been stagnating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. It didn't bounce off of the 10 moving average. It had to pull back down to the 20 moving average. It did bounce off of that. See how it behaves from here, but you're monitoring your position. Yeah, if you're monitoring your position, then it's not looking good. This increasing volume, I would be out, a couple of days ago probably. Such increasing volume. When did you get in? I'm not talking about the price. Date. All right, we've got 2 minutes until the open. What we got here when the market opens. I expect it to be a couple of days of pullbacks. All right, well, see, if you have something that's going down for many days, then it's time to get out. March 23. Okay, at 1:30. Boom. Yeah, so that's been just doing nothing for you. So the question is, what have you gotten into since then that's been alerted that would have had you sell that because it's not doing anything? Hopefully you've read the rules. They're in the pinned messages in Swing 100. Whenever you have something that's not performing well, but a new alert comes up, you want to get rid of the other thing or sell some of it, or sell half for that and then half another one. And you want to constantly be rotating those things that aren't working with new opportunities. And if the new opportunities aren't working, it just keeps going round and round and round until something goes boop, and then it stays up there in your big picks. And you're constantly rotating in and out of new opportunities and bad performing positions until you have boop. Now you have two things that are going good, and you still rotating until finally you have 4 25% positions that you're holding that are excellent. So if you sit on something that's not moving, going, well, I'm already got this, I'm not going to get a bunch of other stuff. That's just not the way it's going to work. You're going to be waiting a month before you finally get into an alert. You're going to stop out every time. By doing the rotating thing, you get out of things before they even stop out. All right, here we go. LGVN's moving on up, 970. If it can get above 10.01, that'd be an entrance for $1 of risk stop at 9. Tesla pulling back, Apple pulling back, Amazon pulling back. Right at the open anyway. Yeah, Tesla remains strong. Somebody's asking about Tesla. Tesla remains very strong. Although today is the very first time in the entire run of this last Tesla run for the last 2.5 weeks where it's down, it's below the increasing trend line. So this would be the point to sell if it goes against us. You can always get back in on a rebreak of highs. LGVN is crapping out. There's nothing going on there. ISPO, same thing. CLVS, same thing. IZEA, same thing. So all the momentum trades crapping out. The S&P 500 going red. The Qs going red. The Dow going red. Unless you've got something going up, you probably want to cut it. Mr. M reminds us of PayX. All right, PayX continuation is happening on potentially higher volumes. So PayX continuation, ER continuation play. If you're interested in getting in today, you can. However, remember the market may be pulling back. So that means, size down just in case. All right, LGVN's hitting 992. 990, we hit 998. You're watching for 10.01 breakout on LGVN for your active momentum day traders. All right, I'm posting about V-Water for just a regular alert. And again, remember, we're at the top of a rally. Market's pulling back hard, it looks like. And so if you get in anything, you want to get in anything, you will get in small and increase if it goes in your direction. Otherwise, get out. And what we'll do is we'll just wait. We just wait a week and a half for the good opportunities to come. Here goes LGVN, and boom, that was the pop of 10.01 on LGVN. Obviously, that doesn't apply for these back alley plays, these momentum breakouts. Yes, Brian, price and volume action. The market is fraudulent? Ooh, excellent. That means that it's not perfectly priced. Anything that's not perfectly priced, we can take advantage of. Bring on the fraud. Oh, you mean you want to be a politician? All right. Well, this is we trade the markets here. We're not politicians. Want to go make societal change? Run for office. Meantime, we'll be making a fortune. Luck with that. Yes, Mulan. If it can break 3.5, and that looks like good momentum to the upside. Thanks, Mac. ISPO also just poked out. They all did. They're all faking though. You know, they all popped and pulled back. But keep an eye on them. ISPO, Molin, and LGVN so far this morning. Molin seems the most active. So if you want to try to find some momentum, that's where you might want to go. Molin. The market's continuing to tank. So this is your last chance this morning. Cut anything you're overexposed to. I highly recommend it. If it's not going up, will eventually go down. With the market. You know, it's just the tide. The market is the tide. Molin is working its way up. It's at 3.3 right now. Molin for a swing? Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. cut F. I think I cut F yesterday. Oh no, I'm still holding some F, but yeah, I am down also. So I probably will be cutting that right now as well. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's not performing, and the market is dropping. So you just get out, and we'll get back in another time when things are better. You see, preserve your capital. Starts with the macro, comes down to the market, comes down to the sector, down to the industry, down to the stock. The market is this big force right now saying, okay, for the next 5 days, we're going down. You're like, it's like a casino going for the next 5 days. We're increasing the odds that you're going to lose by tenfold. So are people still going to go to the casino? Yeah. Are some people still going to win? Yeah. Do you want to? No. Do you want to leave what if your money's on the tables? Are you going to just take it back and maybe just hang loose until the casino goes, all right, everybody, we're back to normal risk again? At that point, you go, all right, cool. Well, let's go back over there. And in fact, we're paying 3-to-1 odds, typical odds on our winnings. And you go, ooh, and then everybody comes flooding back in. So don't keep your money on the table when the casino has increased the odds against you. Take a break. De-risk, cut down, convert to cash, put it in gold. What do you think's going on? Just go store it in gold in the meantime. You'll get a couple of percent, you'll beat inflation, and then when you're ready to get back in the market, withdraw. Pan W. Yeah, Pan W putting in a pretty high volume day, relative volume day, higher than typical. However, it's on not very much movement. Price movement. Maybe by the end of the day, it will have increased in price a lot. But I would say that it needs to get up and over that prior red day's high of 623.76, so like 624. 624 will be where you can get excited again. 625. Showing me that right. High of the day, 623.76. That doesn't seem correct. 625. Yeah, Molin's just not picking up. CLVS is starting to pick up speed now. CLVS. Morning momentum trades. CLVS. Yeah, if HYMC can get over 278, which it almost is, almost there on HYMC, 278, it might move. Lululemon is projected have 60% less than average volume, and that's almost when it put in about 600% volume yesterday. So we're talking about almost a 10-to-1 differential on interest in Lululemon today. So I don't think Lulu's going anywhere anymore today, at least. And it opened, well, right around where it closed. But yeah, that's an easy cut for me for now while the market's dropping. That's a non-performer. So PayX is apparently really going now. That entrance was at 137.77. I don't think I got a chance to alert that, but that's a day 2 ER swing trade. Now 2% out of the gate. Yeah. A lower of the day, man. No. God, no. No. No, Mr. M. No. Don't put it that low. If you have a huge bar, yes, you put it to the low of that bar, but we're cracking even that high, and we're doing it on pretty good volume today. At least the middle of the big bar from yesterday, if not the low of the day today. Or it could be just tucked underneath the close of yesterday or the 10 moving average. So those are all your potential stop out points. All right, the Qs are falling even harder. The market's falling. The industrials are somewhat holding, but mostly growth under fire. So if you have any growth stocks, and if you don't know what that means, then you need to learn more about the stock market, and you should probably not be trading real money. And you should just be a fly on the wall in here and be learning and learning and learning. But if you're holding any growth stocks like Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, et cetera, in our swings, as swings on investments, as swings, then you want to take that risk off the table today. For the next few days. And like I said, put it in defensives, put it in XLP, XLU, gold, VIX. Yeah, Mullen not following through. ISPO coming off at the bottom a little bit. Dead cat bounce. LGVN same. CLVS, if it breaks 267, you can get in. 267 for 40 cents, 50 cents of risk. That 263. CLVS. Did I say CLVN? CLVS. 62. Look for a break of 267. Good job, Britain. That's exactly what you wanted to do. 80-20. But now where are you going to put that cash? Gold, XLP, XLU, and VIX. If you want, if you have conviction about the fact that we're going to pull back for a week. EXR's got a really nice high tight flag. I'll be hanging on to that one. Should you short GME? It doesn't look like it. It's right against a knot area. A lot of congestion, the way to think of that. KNOT, a knot. CLVS broke out. There it was, 267. That was the ring. ISPO, no. But CLVS, yes. 50 cents of risk. If you want to take that as a momentum trade, you're looking for $1 of gain, though, then at 50 cents of risk. May be able to do it for 30 cents of risk. Stop at 2.4. Still looking for 60 cents a gain on that, which means $3.30 profit target. I don't know if I think that's feasible because stock under $3, we take profits every 5 cents underneath every 5-cent level. That's a lot of profit taking. Yeah, if you're taking on shorts today, you're probably going to be more successful. However, it's also much more uncertain to trade retracement trades. So short side trading can be much more uncertain. End up getting whipped out of your trades, experience high drawdown percentages, and subject yourself to more risk than had you just not done anything. Pretty huge breakout on RCMT. Up 22% on 6,000% higher volume than normal. Is computer tech services, information technology services, clients in various industries. Something might be happening there on RCMT. Looks like it was an earnings release. So what you do in those situations is you take a nibble, and because we're at the top of the market, smaller nibble than normal. And then if it continues to follow through, say by the end of the day or tomorrow, because of the market right now, you can double up at that point to a starter. See what I mean? So that everything size down everything during these moments of uncertainty. Oh yeah, Wayfair. I'd like to look at that. Yeah, it needs to bottom. It needs some time. It needs about a month probably. So Chad here on TikTok asks question. I have about 5,000 in AMC, average of 30. I don't see it going anywhere. What should I do? Chad, number one, first of all, send me a private message because I need to check on a lot of stuff about your investing health there. I'm a little bit concerned, but I want to check on that. But number two, let's take a look. Yeah, so when a stock is not going anywhere for you, um, well, in this case, you're even down. But when a stock is not going anywhere for you, that's a waste of your capital. Like, can you imagine going out and mowing lawns and losing money? Wouldn't you shut down that business? Your business of investing your money or trading your money and making money with it ain't working. You're losing. So take that money back and find something that's a winner. And don't trade with your ears on what people tell you, you know, what they say are hot tips and, on stocks, like hype stocks and this and that. Instead, trade with your eyes. Learn to trade charts and patterns and get out when things look like they're bad, et cetera, et cetera. Trade with your eyes, not with your ears. But Chad, you know, please send me a private message. It's going to be important to check on your financial health there and your investing health. Why it started to retreat? Oh my lord! Well, that's a better entrance, and that's again why you would want to start at a nibble. Look at that! What a pullback on RCMT after moving so much. It just said, that's enough. All right, GWW. No, that's all right there. SBS. Water. Water utilities are really on fire right now. Nice continuation entry here. Signs of institutional accumulation going on. So yeah, I'll be alerting that. Swing trade. What's going to happen? Hand W moving now. All right. Yeah, there you go. And what did I say? Get in at 625. Are you already in it, Marcus? Like from before? No, if so, then at this point, I think this is new all-time high or very, very close. You know, increase on the good signs there. I use Thinkorswim. What indicators do I have on my screen? Volume, but it's also my own indicator with projected end of day volume, and then alpha, also my own indicator. We don't talk about beta. We just talk about alpha here, man. All right. Continuing to check in on things here. The market seems to have found a bottom this morning that it's bounced off of. CLVS is up around 280s now. Those of you I think got in at, what was it, 271? 2-1? Yeah. Just now you got in. Okay. So Marcus, now on days like this where you want extra confirmation for your money, now wait till the end of the day and see where it's at. If it's good, double up. If it's still don't do anything. If it sucks, cut it. And then tomorrow, or or wait till tomorrow. So that's the difference in how you can play things when we're at high risk points on the market. What would be just unbelievable would be if this was a shakeout and we just go zooming today into a continued lockout rally. And everybody wants to get in, but they can't get in because the thing's running away from them. They don't want to get in because it's running. That is what a lockout rally is. And you shouldn't get in those situations. You should be more prepared and get in earlier in those situations. But hey, rare as that is a possibility. We've had days like that. What, Dondrell? You thought you were a dumbass for thinking that this could be a shakeout? No, but it looks like it's not because here we go again. We're going down. But yeah, no, you're not a dumbass for thinking that. We are going down more now. Another leg. So this is a confirmed downtrend. We're not bottoming. Oh, damn. No, it's continuing now. I would definitely wait for pivot point reversals in those situations, Dondrell. We'll wait for for those pivot breaks. They'll keep you in the trade, or watch your moving averages, something to. Damn, I wish you were still in it now because it's probably continuing. You can always get back in, on the re-pivot breakdown, on the continued pivot breakdown. When the Qs break down, that's right now. That's happening right now. That's the beginning of the continuation. Can't do that, of course. Others, you can't do that if you don't have enough money to get out of the pattern day trading rule. Can't keep getting in and out of positions all day. Can if you have the right amount of money. So that way you can be wrong and then right and then right and then wrong and then right and then wrong and then wrong and then right. Problem. Gold is now up to 1947, moving up a smidge. Utilities moving up, and staples moving up. Most everything else is pulling back. Utilities is the strongest move up. And CLVS is completely crapped out. At this point, you can exit at 266, just below your entrance. Hopefully you took some profits every $5 there. And if so, then you would have cut at break even. And I don't recommend you go short on SPY. It's much better to go long on VIX. You were doing that. I don't recommend. I'm just saying, yeah. If you're going short on SPY, it might be better for you to go long on VIX. R, SGOL, GLDM for gold, or is there another one? GLD. GLD is the one you want to use for gold. GLD. Yeah, right now the SPY is going to pull back for a week and a half. We're at the top of the rally. It is likely to. That presumption, you know. This is a good low risk point to put on some protection and to de-risk your portfolio. And you can do that with gold, XLU right now, XLP, consumer staples, value, SPY V, and then counter levers like VIX. You want to sprinkle a little SPY short in there, you can. However, you're probably going to need to either short shares instead of an option because the options are going to be already inflated. The time in which to get into puts is when everything's up and going up, you know, and that's not a good idea anyway. To be guessing that something's going to go the other way before it's actually going the other way. So options by their nature already have you priced in. You can't really profit on them unless you're buying more like in the money. Checking on DVAX. Up. A lot of upside. DVAX. Dynavax develops vaccines using immunostimulatory sequences technology to prevent infection. Yeah, technically, I would not get in yet until it crosses that 50, and I might even wait for it after that. So I'll put an alert on it. So CG moving today. CG is already pulling back. See, the market downtrend is putting pressure on longs. And the only things that are working right now are defensives. Fashion retailer, DBGI, is breaking over this whole region here. However, it's now pulling back, but it is in higher volume, so there could be something to it. Keep an eye on DBGI. Forge broke out over yesterday's high. That's an obvious re-entry. FRGE for momentum trade. Hopefully some of you were stalking it. Another good entry point, earlier entry point can be breaking over the pre-market highs. My most common day trading interval is 2 minutes. Otherwise, I swing trade on the daily. Forge is halting to the downside right now. could be over on Forge. It's a day to manage risk. All right, everybody, the momentum morning session looks to have died down. Keep your eyes on LGVN. That's sort of coming up a little bit. If LGVN breaks new highs, then you've got a position you could take there. Day trade. You could take there for about $1 of risk. Continues to be about $1 of risk, so you'd be looking for $2 a gain, which it does not seem to be providing. So I find that to be potentially losing trade. We already looked at AMC earlier. Oh, maybe it's changed now, but no, it hasn't changed. It's a strong pullback. I want to be in it today. Okay, everybody. I'll see you in the group. Careful with your risk today. Take it small.